Hello, good afternoon, my viewers. My name is Constantine from Safety for You Limited. Today, we want to look at the effect of Maandamano. Actually, our country is now bleeding. So many people have been killed, and actually, I'm trying to envisage this one onto myself and see the problem actually people are going through, because even myself, I'm going through a lot of the problems. What is the problem with our country? The biggest problem we have in our country is that we have what you call I and the rest can die attitude. People have developed what you call self-interest, which actually does not help us to develop. It's not actually only the leadership, and even all the government agencies, they have developed some behaviors whereby they have made the life of the people miserable. You'll find even the police moving around, and they get someone like the motorbike, they harass him, they take the money he has, they ask him to pay money which he just does not have. Actually, that one is a psychological torture, which is actually very, very bad, and it should not be encouraged at all. Okay, before I proceed, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so that when we present the new video, you'll be among the first one to go through and understand the content, so that it can change your life from actually from your values, from an ethical to unethical values to ethical, so that actually we can grow together to build our country, to make it a better place for people to stay. Okay, today I want to look at the process capability assessment tool, which actually talk about the leadership. We call it a PCAT methodology, which actually can improve your leadership if you are a leader, so that we can actually address issues with a lot of sobriety, so that people can understand, and it can benefit a lot of many. Because as a leader, you need to build a resilience, so that that resilience can help you to achieve the result, so that people are not actually complaining too much, whatever you are doing as a leader. So in everything we start, because people are not interested on what people are, the leaders are telling people, or it's like this, like this, like this. What matters is that what are the benefit people are getting from that leadership. You shouldn't be promising people to do something, do it now, what you can do. We have had some leaders, actually, they don't talk at all, but actually they are loved with the people, because people have seen the outcome of their leadership, and to make them very, very important. So what really matters is that even if you talk, the commitment you put inside, because people will feel the commitment. Commitment that cannot come from one person, it must come from a group, and the way you arrange your things, people will understand actually that you are really committed to deliver for them. Okay, the third one is that the policy. Which are the policy are you using? Is this policy user-friendly, or is it very difficult to follow? If you make a very difficult policy to follow, it really creates confusion, and mistake will be more, and actually you might not end up benefiting for what you are planning for. So another thing is the strategic objective. So what is the objective you want to achieve? You must have a strategy which actually is easy to understand, people understand, and you can convince people, and people should see the result coming out in the near future, so that actually they can follow it. Another thing is the organizational responsibilities. The way you put the responsibilities now, if it's the government, is the agencies. The agents, the way they do their jobs. If you go to the agency, you find they are so corrupt. Actually, it shows that actually what's being said by the leadership might not actually come to materialize one day, because it will be actually what you call a tug of war. Someone is pulling forward and other people are pulling backward, as our case of the corruption. So that's something which actually should be prioritized. And also wastage, because if you don't have agility at the place of work, that one actually also is another wastage, which actually is supposed to be considered, because a lot of wastage is not a good thing to be done. And also that one also, as I've said about the agencies. So what are the values and the behaviors in those agencies? If actually people are not doing the right thing, let's say, example, you go to look for the single permit, and it will take 1 month to get it, and actually you have a small company, you are just incurring the losses. That one actually put our agility into values and behaviors into a problem. And this one also can encourage the corruption, because if people cannot get whatever they want, the likelihood of corruption going up is very, very high. So efficiency, agility and efficiency is something which actually should be considered. And whenever you are planning, there's things which you should not forget. People should not forget about the people, what they feel, and how you accommodate them. A process, should also be very, very important. And then information, the way we deal with information. Let us look at now, like our country, where the politicians actually are the one who are taking the center stage, and they're trying to insult each other. Surely, by insulting each other, we are heading nowhere, because no one need to be insulted. Humans should be respected, because life are all the same. Whether you're in the leadership or not in the leadership, someone who is a leader should be respected. So you cannot go on demeaning another leader, trying to create a story because you are doing politics with the life of the people. That one is a failure of its own, actually. So actually, those are the leaders should consider doing such things. And then to deliver these goals, we must have what we call programs, and be specific to what you want to deliver. And actually, people should be trained to understand what you are planning to do and their benefit, and when are you going to do it, because you must be smart in whatever you do, because time matters. We are not here on this world the rest of our life. We're here short time, and then we deliver, we explore our potential, whatever we have, and then by the end of the day we get old and then we die. So actually, don't take life so seriously, because one day you're going to leave it. But now what matters is that what are you going to leave behind? You must leave behind a legacy which actually should be followed with other people. Because let's say you're in leadership and police have just killed a member of your family, or corruption has really affected someone to fail, and the children knows, actually we are really building a very bad legacy, which is going to affect our nation for a very long time. For instance, currently now the corruption is very high. If you go to very office, people are asking for the corruption. And then now this one, even the schools, you find that even the tutors are not even concerned about the students. We are creating a very bad legacy, a bad precedent, which is going to affect us generation after generation, and this one has to change. For example, if you want to succeed into corruption, we cannot go for the law only, because this one is psychological issue, and this one is safety. So we have to mix other things, so that we have check and balance, whereby people have to accept their mistake and their failures, so that we can move together to develop our country. So diagnostic and problem solving and waste reduction is something which is very, very important, and to succeed, we must have all those things that will actually compress everything, and everybody must be part of the same, because does not mean that if you are in the leadership, you are the one to take every decision for yourself. We must listen to other people, so that we can move together. And also, all leaders must listen to, either they're in the opposition and the ruling government, should be listened to, so that they have a shared value, so that the country can move together. Without having shared values, honestly, we are not going to succeed in anything as much as we plan. We are going to create a lot of problems, a lot of Maandamanos, and actually, this is not good for our country, because we have children to take over from us, so that actually we can have peace the rest of our life, because this country belongs to God, and actually people also belong to God. And if so, churches also have to wake up and voice the truth, not to be just part of the issue, just to be watching everything. And also, leaders should listen to the churches, because churches are the spiritual leaders, and they should be listened to. And therefore, if they are wrong, they should be corrected, so that the life can continue without a blame game to anyone, so that we move together and make our nation the best place to stay. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so, so that actually we learn so and so. And even if you go to Safety for You Limited, you can ask a question, you should be answered, so that we move together as a country. Thank you very much, and have a blessed afternoon.